Well, right now, the city of St. Louis is planning to take control of properties that have been long abandoned near the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Just 24 hours ago, the city announced plans to pursue eminent domain in court. Tonight, Justina Cornell has learned more about this year's long battle. She's in studio with Reaction. Justina.
Well, this has been a long battle, like you mentioned, but a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. We've learned the city and the St. Louis Development Corporation are pushing to acquire 89 blight properties in North St. Louis. Now, most of these are owned by one developer, Paul McKee. Now, the developer's bank lender and the city are now going head to head. What's the price tag on these properties?
Just had my 23rd anniversary in the fabulous 14th Ward.
Brian Kruger has shown his loyalty to the St. Louis Place neighborhood.
With the NGA, and you can see those blue lights, that's the NGA. I mean, we're that close.
With the newly opened NGA in sight, development around here has hardly been visible.
You'll see those open lots up there, and there's a couple of open lots down there that NorthSide had control of. And they just sat and sat and sat.
More than 20 years ago, Kruger envisioned this area differently.
I would say almost about 2 decades ago, roughly about 19, 20 years ago, Paul McKee started to buy up a lot of properties in North St. Louis.
Developer Paul McKee promising change through the NorthSide Regeneration project. Yet neighbors like Kruger never saw much. That's why Alderman Rasheed Aldridge filed Board Bill 174 to get these properties back.
I think we got here because the city of St. Louis put a lot of faith in the individuals that they thought was going to save North St. Louis.
Now the city plans to seize the land.
It is our full intention to utilize eminent domain as a tool for reinvestment.
Negotiations were happening before this eminent domain decision. In this letter the St. Louis Development Corporation sent, we've learned the developer's bank lender was asking for $116 million, and they called it extreme, and no negotiation would be realistic. The bank and Northside Regeneration's attorney fought back, saying an independent firm quoted the 229 acres were worth more than $100 million. The attorney added the city was wanting the property for $20 million. Until the court battle, neighbors like Kruger wait patiently and hope some loyalty can be returned.
I think it's moving in the right direction. I really sincerely do, and I could be the internal optimist, could be, but it seems to be moving in the right direction.
Now here's what happens next. St. Louis Development Corporation's land clearance for redevelopment plans to file a petition to acquire those properties in St. Louis Circuit Court in the next few weeks. However, Alderman Aldridge pointed out this won't happen overnight. This process will take some time.
Thanks, Justina.